Roaring Moon EX, this time with the Poison package. And if you've seen my last PTCGL video, then you know I played Poison Archaludon. And you know, kind of stay on theme of that, I wanted to try another Poison deck. And you know what, the Roaring Moon one seemed the most interesting to me. So let's take a look at how I will be playing it. And for starters, it's pretty much similar to the Poison Archaludon, except if you ask me, I do think this is way better than Poison Archaludon in terms of a Poison deck. Because for starters, you have more ancient Pokemon, and the vast majority of your Pokemon are dark types. And the energies we run are dark, so if anything, there's just more synergy with this Poison package than you will get from a Poison Archaludon. Now, I do like the ramping of the energies when you evolve the Poison Archaludon, but we do have another way to ramp energies, and that's with Professor Sada's Vitality. And not only can we put energies from the discard onto our ancient Pokemon, it also allows us to draw 3 cards. And another good thing about most of these Pokemon being ancient Pokemon, it's that the ancient booster energy capsules now have more of a purpose, aside from just being used on the Brute Bonnet. So for example, now it not only makes the Brute Bonnet use the poison and beef up its HP, you can now put it onto the Roaring Moon, the Baby Moon, and the Roaring Moon EX. And this is really good because since it's actually on an ancient Pokemon, they now cannot be poisoned, or more specifically, the ancient Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 60 HP, recovers from all special conditions, and cannot be affected by any special conditions. So ultimately, we can't get poisoned. And also, a lot of the times people will try to attack you with a Monkey Dory, so you can't get confused either, since that's a special condition. And not only would you be poisoned by using Brute Bonnet's ability, a lot of the times for this deck specifically, people will try to trap your Brute Bonnet in the active. And since we don't run Latias, that's why we run Pecharunt EX, because with its ability Subjugating Chains, which is once during your turn, you may search your deck for a benched dark Pokemon, except for Pecharunt EX, with your active Pokemon. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now poisoned. You can't use more than 1 Subjugating Chains ability each turn. So meaning if you put any of the dark types from your bench onto the active, it becomes poisoned. But if it has the ancient booster energy capsule on it, you will not be poisoned. And let me tell you, even now, people still try to put the Brute Bonnet onto the active to try to like buy themselves a turn and trap it in the active. And most of the times the Petrant is on board. Like, I'd understand if I didn't have the Petrant on the bench and they tried that, but most of the time people still will countercatcher or boss this into the active. And also, not only is Pecharunt EX really good from keeping you like locked in the active, it's also a great late game attacker, which is why I don't have a Blood Moon Ursaluna, but I'm not against it either. But at the same time, let's say your opponent takes 5 prize cards, they have 1 remaining. This is now doing 300 damage for just 2 dark energies. And a way to get dark energies onto it real quick, real fast is obviously energy switch from your Pokemon, attach from hand, or Janine's Secret Art. And let me tell you, I really like the Janine Secret Art because you can't use Professor Sada's Vitality onto the Pecharunt EX or the Pecharunt. But now do know when you do use Janine's Secret Art and you attach a dark energy from your deck onto the active, it becomes poison. But you could still attach a dark energy to 2 benched dark Pokemon and they'll be fine. And now staying on the topic of Pecharunt, now that we have Pecharunt, the baby Pecharunt, and dark energies, this has become an amazingly good attacker in my opinion. Because not only do we have baby Pecharunt for its toxic subjugation ability, now we can use it for its attack. And if you pay attention to its attack, it is Poison Chain. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during your opponent's next turn and cannot retreat. So meaning you can now actually trap your opponent's Pokemon into the active. And here's the thing, if you have it poisoned, Perilous Jungle's on the board, you attack it with Poison Chain, you're actually doing 90 damage. Well, you're doing 90 damage as long as it's not a dark type, because we're doing 10 from the attack, plus 10 from poison, plus 5 from the ability of baby Pecharunt, and then plus 20 more from the Perilous Jungle. So again, if it's a dark type, then the Perilous Jungle won't work. And it just still becomes 70, which isn't bad. Still knocks out a lot of lower level basic dark Pokemon. But if it is not a dark type, you're doing 90. And the way I like to use it is usually try to trap a Squawkabilly into the active because you're doing 90 at that turn. And if they can't get it off their bench in time, the Squawkabilly then gets knocked out coming into our turn, which is really good because you can now then come swinging in with a Roaring Moon EX and probably take another 2 prizes. But a way I like to use baby Petrant is obviously if you're going against Dragapult, you could knock out Dracloaks with just this baby Petrant. And if you know the Poison Archaludon deck, then you know the same benefits of using a poison deck is if you knock out your opponent's Pokemon with poison, then they can't use things like Unfair Stamp or Fezindipiti's Flip the Script ability. But the main thing is if your opponent starts off with a lone, low HP Pokemon, then we're able to obviously try to go for the turn 1 donk, because you do kind of want to go first using this deck. And if your opponent, like I said, starts off with just a lone HP Pokemon, you have a pretty good chance of doing the turn 1 knockout before they even get the chance to start their turn. Yeah, other than that, the only other weird inclusion I have is probably the 2 Pokemon catchers. And honestly, if you guys aren't feeling the Pokemon catchers, you could probably just turn 1 into another boss, another Pokemon catcher into like an Iron Bundle, a Mew. Those are other things I'm not against adding into this deck. It's probably a Mew, a Bundle, Blood Moon Ursaluna. It's just trying to find room for them. Also, energy count 8. I really like the 8. 7 could be good, but 8 just feels really nice. But one more boss couldn't hurt. Nor would a Bundle, Mew, Blood Moon Ursaluna, like I said. But there hasn't been so much of a need for it. And like I was saying with the Blood Moon Ursaluna thing, we could just use Petrant as like our late game attacker. But also having Mew on the board for, you know, some on-board draw, because we don't have that many drawing supporter cards aside from Carmine or Professor Sada's Vitality, Fezindipiti, and also Mew being a free retreat could come in handy as well. But at the same time, not so much feeling the Mew yet. But the next one I would like to add is a bundle, so I could see myself getting rid of at least one Pokemon catcher for a bundle, because let's say, again, going back to the low HP Pokemon thing, since a lot of people are aware of poison decks and they start off with 2 Pokemon, like let's say they start off with a Fezindipiti and a Dreepy, they're going to put the Fezindipiti in the active while putting their Dreepy onto their bench. And in cases like that, that's when you're like Nest Ball or Ultra Ball for your Iron Bundle, put it on your bench, pop the bundle, bring into the active, and then go for the turn 1 knockout poison play. But yes, enough yapping. Let me finally show you how this deck works on the ladder. Alright, round 1, and hopefully we can go first, because I do like to at least try to set up some poison damage on the first turn. But then again, if they start off with like a Monkey Dory, then maybe, because Monkey Dory does cause some problems in the first turn, but let's see. Doesn't look too bad. And also for us, you could start off with a Pecharunt in the active, because again, since we're a dark type, we shouldn't never get poison donked ourselves, unless it's like a turn 2 and they're able to put 2 damage. No, again, no, we're not able to, because again, that's still 70 HP. So yeah, we're pretty much still chilling right here, but hopefully, because I would like to show you guys, just like I did in the Poison Archaludon video. Nope. But this one is interesting, and I would like to poison it, because I do want to put some damage onto that Raging Bolt. Might need to put down the Squawk. Some energies down wouldn't hurt. I don't hate putting that down either. Let's see. I'll discard all those energies. I do not mind. Okay, there's Perilous Jungle. Losing energy search kind of hurts, but we'll make do. Now hopefully we can get an Ancient Booster energy capsule. Let's see. Okay, we got one. Ooh, but man, it would have been really cool if we did get that turn 1 knockout. Also, unfortunately, we're doing at least 1 poison damage to ourselves, but at least putting 8 on here isn't bad. Actually, in the meantime, I'm gonna do this. Because actually, I could still attach energy. Okay, I'll do that. I almost didn't do that, because now since we already have this coming into our next turn. And I don't think they'll be able to knock this out next turn. You got Professor Sada's. Okay, they gave up. Yeah, because they already saw that coming up. I guess they couldn't bench anything. Because what I would have done is Professor Sada's Dark Energy to at least like the Brute Bonnet and the Roaring Moon EX, attach that Dark Energy I had from hand onto there, used Petrant EX to push it to the active, take a knockout. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Unfortunately, my opponent whiffed, but on to round 2. Okay, they're going first. Since they're going first, again, I hope they kind of like whiff it and start with like a low HP. Oop, doesn't look too bad here. Not a bad start at all. What are they playing? Looks like a Ceruledge deck. It has to be. Don't hate it. I'll leave it for now. Hold up, this could be good. Hold on. I hope they don't bench anything. Okay, they're gonna get something. But regardless, at least it's still more than likely a knockout, but also a Scovet. That just hit me. Huh. Scovet in the Ceruledge deck? That's interesting. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Since we're going second, I kind of want to boss one of these Charcadets into the active and then go for the poison play. Kind of. Because if anything, how many energy did they discard? They discarded 6. Okay, we're gonna bench this. Let me do some deck checking on this one. Okay, got all the ancient boosters. Got the Perilous Jungle. Secret boxes prize. That's not good. So that's one less thing to grab. I do want to grab this. Or we could Pokemon Catcher. Let's see if this will work. Heads? Ooh, we got the heads. Now we don't have to boss. Because we get a Carmine. We can still dig even further. Now, unfortunately, we're losing the boss, but we do have a Pal Pad. So, still kind of chilling. Let's see if we can grab a Carmine or just everything we need. We got Carmines. And since we're going to Carmine, might as well grab something else here to also thin the deck. Let's go for Petrant EX. Ooh, I need 2 things. I need an Ancient Booster and a Perilous Jungle. Can we get it? No! No! Ooh, that's bad. Okay. But will they knock this out? So yeah, I'm just gonna cut this match short because I continued to whiff while my opponent went absolutely crazy with it. So yeah, took the L here, but moving on to the next match, and the next match is funny. Man, that's the thing though. But this one, when you whiff a poison deck, it just feels really bad because you do have it built in a way where you shouldn't, but there are times where you do whiff, so keep that in mind. And the other hard part about this is also because, unlike the Poison Archaludon, at least when you evolve... Is this the same guy? At least when you, go... What was I saying? At least with the Poison Archaludon deck, at least when you evolve Archaludon, you can grab at least the energies from there and attach. For this one, you do need the energy switches and Professor Sada's Vitality to kind of, put all the energies onto it in one turn. If not, at least set it up for the next turn for a Roaring Moon attack. And also the fact that it's not as tanky as a Poison Archaludon is also another factor. But this time around, let's see if I could actually set up. Okay. Setting up. How much did they get rid of here? 2 fires. Drew into a Brilliant Blender. Not good. Damn, they're really getting rid of all the fires now. That's annoying. Okay. If I can get rid of this, that would be great. Okay, now let's deck check and see. Prize 2 Carmine. I doubt we'll get it when we Squawk and Seize. But we do have both Ancient Booster and Perilous Jungle. So will we get it this time? He's making a sad face over here, but I'm pretty sure I might whiff it again. Or should I do what I was talking about? No, I can't. Because, again, this isn't an ancient Pokemon, so I can't Sada to it. Oh, but I drew a Carmine. Really lucky. Damn, I really just need the Ancient Booster at this point, because there's no way I'm winning if I don't. Let me see if I grab the other Squawk. Oh, it's a prize. For now, let me just grab this Petrant. Nope, let's see. Ah, still. No, okay. No Perilous Jungle. Let's see if I can get rid of Squovit. I'm gonna have to, because I'm not doing enough damage. Because he's just going to evolve it now. And I assume he has boss in hand. Or counter catcher, that'll do it. Wait, does he not have enough to? Probably not. $190, okay. Okay, let's do this. We knocked it out, right? Now I'm under that dilemma of, do I see an extra 3 cards with this, that? Let's see what I got. Might as well just poison first. Might as well do the Fez. Okay, now there's the Perilous Jungle. And then I'm just gonna Carmine. Might as well just use that and end turn. How many energies do I have left? 4, 5. I didn't check if any were prized, because if then, I can knock out this Serra Ledge at least. Alright, let's see if I whiff an energy. Or I could get... Oh, I just drew right into it. I got lucky there. Let's do this. By the way, but with the way things have been going for them, they more than likely somehow have Serra Ledge in hand. If they don't, then I'm still in this. Janine, Secret Art, not bad. They have it in hand. The second Mew has now hit the board. What are they doing? 250 damage? I know it kind of hurts. Secret box. Oh, but we got a Sada as well. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, what do I do if they get the knockout? Well, at least I'll draw 3. When I draw 3, I get Secret box for a Stadium. I thought they already used Flip the Script. Damn, they're seeing a lot of cards over there. Is this just the best built Serra Ledge deck, or is this guy just like drawing the nuts? What's going on? Is he somehow going to use a boss as well? Oh, I just realized he needs a take. Hold on. But wait. My boss is here unless I gamble on a Pokemon catcher. If it's in the deck. I obviously couldn't take the knockout. I might have to gamble on a Pokemon catcher. Or nah, there's no way he has just one boss. And like I said, the way this guy's been drawing, he's gonna get it. So let's see here. I'm gonna just do this. We're gonna gamble, people. We're gonna gamble. Check board. Back. Actually, let's just do Sada. Okay, can I knock out this Sarah Ledge? And in so, can he knock me out after somehow? I don't think so. Let's see. It's down to a coin flip. Didn't get it. How much am I doing with this? CC 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 240. That's enough. I'm just gonna retreat and hope he doesn't have a boss's order in hand. We might have boss's order or a counter catcher. But he now has access to Fezindipiti. Can't use Mew for now. But let's see. I just need one more. Okay. Have another Perilous Jungle. Let's get another energy in there. Why was the red arrow on it? Oh, probably because it can't attack. Okay. This can attack, yeah. Okay. Or now they're probably just looking for a counter catcher now. Because they have to have another counter catcher then. Ooh, they don't. Okay. We barely got by. Yeah, barely got by. Okay. And we frenzied gouging. Okay, so we barely won that. Barely. And I wonder if we'll go up against them again for a third round. Let's find out. Alright, and on to the fourth round. Yeah, I think fourth. Yeah, because second and third was the same person. So, round 4. But it would have been cool to go up against that guy again. What was his name? Xenon? Yeah, it would have been cool to go up against him again because, you know, tiebreaker. But not today. Let's see. Okay, I don't hate this at all. I'm gonna put down all of these because they can't put any of these into the active. I can't knock it out though because it's a dark type and it's a Marnie's deck. That's a little, it's a little bad. But it doesn't hurt to put some poison on it anyways. So let's see. Ooh, that's a really good. Okay, hold on. Hold on, our luck might be changed. Oh my god. No way. The Brute Bonnet is prized. Am I able to say at this point that my luck isn't going as great in this video today? I swear it's not always like this. At this point, I'm just going to grab the Squawkabilly. Then play this just because. Damn, I can't even do any poison damage. This turn, I can't do any poison damage this turn. And my turn. Because if they whiff, which I doubt, again, if they don't bench anything, I could then attach energy, Janine Secret Art, energy switch, attach with Janine Secret Art while still attaching energy from that. And that still does 70. But what are they going to grab? Probably their own stadium, but it doesn't matter. I just threw it on there because. What do they throw out? Oh, I forgot this has Frostlass in there. Okay. I still want to get rid of these. So I'll get rid of this. Get rid of a Monkey Dory as well, which they're going to grab with this. There goes my plan again. Okay. So time to rethink. Ooh. So the probably just use I'll probably use Earthen Vessel. Just so I can shuffle the deck again. Hope I can grab either Janine's Secret Art or Professor Sada's. That way I can see some cards and probably, hopefully, get an energy switch. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Shuffle the deck. And what do we have behind? Just shuffle again. It's not like my luck has been the best this game anyways. Pokegear. Ooh, we got it. Okay. That one. But unfortunately, we're going to poison ourselves. But at the same time, it's not like it doesn't matter. And here we go. And then that is a knockout. Okay, we got one. Brute Bonnet. Nest Ball. Which we do not need because we pretty much have the whole squad out. But if they evolve the Morgrim and they don't knock out my Roaring Moon EX. Actually, no, we're still good. What are you trying to do? I'm gonna just put that one. Because I don't want damage, like big damage from... I forget the name of Marty's Pokemon, the last evolution. Grimmsnarl. I don't want the damage from the Grimmsnarl. Okay, they're going to counter catcher. But I have a boss in hand. Energy in hand. Still knock this out. I'm going to knock this out, though. Hold on. Luck's looking on our side. It's on our side today. Hopefully. Hold on. Give it time. Attack. I don't care. Do it. Just do it. Badoo. Use the Badoo. I'm gonna ignore you for now. Do the do. Okay, we lucked out there. We don't have to worry about a Grimmsnarl just yet. Subjugating chains. Get rid of that because I don't want them having access to Artisan. Am I doing 100? Am I doing the perfect amount? Don't want to discard it? No. Okay, no Grimmsnarl just yet, which is just what we want. I don't care if they evolve this or if they Badoo me one more time. I will just be taking another knockout because even if they trap any of these in the active, they can't because of Pecharunt. But what can they do? Actually, because at the time of recording this, this deck came out yesterday, and I think I've only faced it twice. You know, it's so far so good. Because then attach from hand, at least get one on there. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. They still haven't evolved that, so still no damage. Let alone damage from Monkey Dory. Either. Calamity Storm. Imagine if I press Frenzy Gouging. Oh, that would have got me mad. Scar Stadium. It's not discarded just yet. Brute Bonnet. We got a Brute Bonnet. No, what's in my discard? Alright, so the plays now are to probably try to find... I'm forgetting the name. Pokemon catchers. Let's see if I could use those. Okay, they gave up. Okay. Not having Brute Bonnet was bad at the beginning, but it ended up working out. Who knew? But you know what? Let's do one more round. Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay. I'm glad I don't have a Pokemon in hand because I probably would have grabbed a Carmine from that. And I would have had to have gotten rid of all of these. This has actually happened to me before in a game, except I did start off with the basic and I had to discard all of these. And then the next following hand, I still had Professor Sadas. So for the rest of the game, I didn't have any more Sadas. I like this more. I like this more. Hold on. Yeah, there's no way I'm whiffing. Please be a low HP Pokemon. Damn it. Okay. Well, should I still put damage on it? I don't see why not. If anything, do I want to get rid of that? I'll get rid of it. Yeah, I'll get rid of it. Then hopefully we get a Night Stretcher at some point. Let's see. What do we got? We got those. Stadium, rid of that. That's Carmine. Yeah. Okay, only one Brute Bonnet prize this time. I got the Petrant EX. Check the board just in case. Got the EX. And this is mainly for bench locking, which I do not want them to do. It's poison. Because, you know, putting poison damage doesn't hurt. There goes an E-switch. That hurts. I'll do this. I'll put back one Sada. Then let's squawk and seize. Okay, okay. Okay, we're cooking, we're cooking. And turn. And now they're probably going to go out with this Fan Rotom, get some Hoot Hoots. Actually, I'm just assuming it's a Raging Bolt. I don't know what that deck this is. That would be funny though, to start off the video with Raging Bolt, and then to end off with Raging Bolt again. But I definitely do need to get rid of this Ogerpon, because that's the other thing. Our Pokemon are weak to grass. Aside from the Petrants. Yeah, these can be one-shot by grass Pokemon. And like I said, there's the Fan Rotom. Kind of hoping they get one Hoot Hoot, because if they do, try to Pokemon Catcher. Or Pokegear for a boss. Now they grab 2 Hoot Hoots. But still knocking one out is good. Just leaves them with 1 Hoot Hoot to do or work with. Let's see. Oh no, they're gonna attack with Fan Rotom. That's good. Forgot about that. Let me do this, just in case, because I want to punch with this. Okay. Ooh, let's go. Yeah, I want to get rid of a Hoot Hoot. Because I still wouldn't be doing enough damage to knock out the Ogerpon. But getting rid of a Hoot Hoot is not bad. Pretty much all I can do. Yeah, okay. Alright, so 1 Hoot Hoot down. That's good. I'll take it. And I have a single prize card, or single prize Pokemon in the active. So now we're 5 for 5. If they knock that out by getting down a Raging Bolt, the question is, do I Frenzy Gouging off rip? Might have to, because it might come down to later on using Petrant as the late game attacker. Let's see, energies at 0, 4 on board, should be 4 more in deck if none are prized. Let's see what they're gonna do with the 1 Noctowl. Actually, I assume they're gonna Prime Catcher. But Prime Catcher what? Damn, not getting an Ancient Booster actually does mess up that plan, actually. Damn. Okay, hold on. Let's see. 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I assume that's going to be their plan, is going to grab Crispin and... Never mind. They probably have Crispin in hand or something. Because they would just need attach from the ability. Use Crispin. Prime Catcher. Wait, does that mean they have Prime Catcher and Crispin in hand? I don't know. Latias or another Raging Bolt. It's one of the two. Okay, so they're going to use that free retreat. Sada or Crispin again. Has to be one of those two. I want them to whiff this just because I just want to take prizes. If anything, I forget. Is this one weak? Yeah, that one's weak to dark, so that's good. Well, if I can take this out with this baby moon, that would be great. Was not expecting the E switch, not gonna lie. Okay. I kind of definitely want a Frenzy Gouging now, unless they Iona me. In which case, then I will definitely need to draw into an energy. Boss on what? That's fine. I'm kind of okay with that. So now we're gonna trade, and now I have to hope they don't have like some crazy. I have an extra Raging Bolt plus Professor Sada's Vitality play going on. Let me get rid of this. Probably could have kept that, but whatever. We're going to bring it down again, only because if they were to boss something, they could just knock out Squawkabilly easy, and I don't want to be, like I said, trapped in the active, so... Out of fear of being Iono'd. Let's just load that up. I probably could have loaded up actually the Petrant. Whatever. I'm gonna just Frenzy Gouging. It feels right. Actually, they could just punch with the Fan Rotom now. Hold on. Damn, okay, I probably should have tried Pokemon Catcher. Just so I can knock out the Ogre Pond then. With Calamity Storm. But regardless. You know what? Let's leave it. It's been a long day. It's night. My brain's starting to turn off. Because this is the last match. It's either hit with this Pokemon Catcher or Pokegear for that boss. Because I want to knock this out. Comes back. The Raging Bolt coming back. Or Grass Energy. Interesting. Fez is gone. I don't like that. Okay, Fighting Energy. In case I try to trap that in the active, I guess. No good. Grab the Fez. Let's see if I can get an ancient booster. Energy capsule. No ancient booster. It's not looking good. I assume they have 2 grasses in hand. That's definitely the win. Or they have the Virizion and then they have an energy in hand. That'll do it. Yep. Actually, the Virizion, Iron Leaves. Yeah, Iron Leaves in a Raging Bolt deck. You know what? Actually, I've been seeing that in Japan. It seems to be working out. Okay. Alright, there you have it. That is the Poison Moon deck. Honestly, could have played those games a lot better, but trust me, the deck is good. Believe me. That also is a little weird time to play it, because also, as you saw in that last match, Raging Bolts are now starting to play Iron Leaves. I've been seeing that a lot in Japan, so it looks like it's starting to be a little more popular here, and definitely will be on the ladder ever since Marnie's Grimmsnarl is now a thing, and those are dark types. So, and Zoroark, Roaring Moons, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. So yeah, adding that Virizion and then also having the Teal Mask Ogerpons. Yeah, be weary of grass types. Grass types can one-shot us. But yes, like I said, could have played the deck a lot more cleanly, or could probably do some changes around with the deck to make it a little better. So yeah, like I always say, if you guys think I should add or take something out of the deck, please let me know. But as for right now, like I said, this version of the deck I do really like. Also, that's the other thing I did mention. Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory can work in this deck as well, because do some damage spread with the dark energies. But yeah, if you were to ask me, Poison Archaludon or Poison Roaring Moon, I'm gonna have to pick Poison Roaring Moon. But if you guys are interested in Poison Archaludon, I do have a video on that as well if you do want to check it out. And as always, if you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. It'll mean a lot. But yes, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time.